Hi, thanks for joining me in this video. Authorization to come to Canada, also called ARC. ARC is a requirement for individuals who have previously been removed from Canada and now wish to re-enter the country. Removal orders can occur for various reasons, such as an overstay visa, failing to comply with immigration conditions, or criminal inadmissibility. The authorization to come to Canada process is designed to give applicants who've been previously barred or banned an opportunity to request permission to return, provided they can demonstrate a compelling reason for re-entry and show that they no longer pose a risk to Canadian immigration and security interest. When an individual is removed from Canada, they are issued one of three types of removal orders. These types of removal orders determine whether an ARC is required. The first one is called a departure order. If a person is issued a departure order, they are expected to leave Canada voluntarily within 30 days. Upon timely departure and proper documentation with CBSA, a departure order does not typically require an ARC if the person seeks re-entry into the future. However, if they fail to leave within the 30 days, the departure order escalates and becomes a deportation order, which then requires you to apply for an ARC for re-entry. The second type is called an exclusion order. Exclusion orders bar entry for a minimum period, generally 1 year. However, if an exclusion order is issued for misrepresentation, the ban can extend to 5 years. After the exclusion period has passed, individuals can apply to return without an ARC, though they may still need to prove admissibility and demonstrate that conditions for re-entry have been met. Individuals who wish to re-enter Canada before the exclusion period has expired will need to apply for an ARC. However, I will make one point here. Currently, processing times for an ARC is about 8 to 12 months. So if you are looking for an urgent entry, despite the fact that you're looking for an urgent entry, the processing time really doesn't make sense for you to apply for the ARC. It's probably best to wait the 12 months and then apply regularly without the need to process an ARC. The third is called a deportation order. A deportation order is the most severe form of removal and typically applies to individuals with serious breaches of immigration or criminal law. A deportation order permanently bars re-entry unless the individual receives authorization via an ARC. Individuals with a deportation order must always apply for and obtain an ARC if they wish to return to Canada, regardless of how much time has passed. Let's talk about the application process. To apply for an ARC, individuals must submit a formal application, often alongside with a visitor visa, or the form called a TRV. If you plan to visit Canada temporarily, an ARC application process involves a detailed assessment of the individual's history, the reason for previous removal, and the rationale for requesting re-entry. Some critical steps in application process include 1. Providing strong justification for your re-entry. An essential part of the ARC application is to provide compelling reasons for returning back to Canada. Now, this could include things like family reunification, professional opportunities, or an urgent humanitarian need. You should be transparent and precise in explaining why you need to return to Canada, as this reason is one of the primary reasons in an ARC's approval. You also have to demonstrate changes in circumstances. To enhance the likelihood of approval, ARC applicants should show evidence of positive changes since their removal. This could include proof of employment stability, completion of rehabilitation program, or documentation that demonstrates compliance with laws since their removal. These changes reflect the individual's commitment upholding to Canadian laws and contribute positively to the ARC application. 3. Addressing past issues openly. Immigration officers value honesty and transparency. Applicants should address the reasons for the removal directly and provide evidence of steps taken to prevent reoccurrence. For example, if the removal was due to an overstay in a visa, showing financial stability and valid documentation can illustrate a strong intent to comply with Canadian entry conditions going forward. 4th, submitting a well-documented application. The ARC application requires extensive documentation. This may include things like immigration records, a letter of explanation, supporting documents related to the reasons for reentry, and other relevant financial information. Ensuring that documents are well organized and supportive of the ARC request is critical. In cases of previous criminal issues, applicants may need to include police clearance certificates or evidence of criminal rehabilitation to further demonstrate their admissibility. The decision to grant an ARC is discretionary, meaning immigration officers have significant authority to assess the individual's circumstances, risk, and reason for seeking reentry. Important considerations. 1. The reasons for the original removal. Immigration officers will carefully evaluate the circumstances surrounding the initial removal order. I cannot emphasize this, so you have to be transparent with the officer, disclose why you were removed, and why your situation is different today. Serious offenses or violations may be more difficult to overcome, particularly if they possess a continued risk. Also, the time since the removal. The longer an individual has demonstrated good conduct following removal, the more favorable their case may appear. This is especially true for those who have shown positive changes or stability over a significant period of time. And again, re-emphasis on your re-entry. Why must you re-enter Canada? What's your purpose? Strong legitimate reasons for returning, such as family reunification, job offers, humanitarian reasons, are weighted carefully. The more compelling and urgent the reason, the more likely it is to have a positive impact on your application. Due to the complexity and discretion involved in ARC applications, many applicants benefit from seeking legal advice or working with an immigration consultant. Legal professionals familiar with ARC cases can help applicants draft a strong narrative, organize required documents, and present a compelling case for an immigration officer. If you have questions about the ARC or looking to have some assistance from us with regards to an ARC, feel free to give us a call today. Thank you, and until next time.